Come to the front of your mat and bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Inhale, circle your arms overhead and look up. And as you exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, lift your heart and look forward. Feel free to bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Lower the right knee to the earth. And inhale, draw your arms up towards the sky and look up. As you exhale, hands come down by your front foot. And step back into downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank pose. Allow your neck to be the last thing to lengthen forward. And as you exhale, lower halfway down or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra, rolling over the toes, lifting the heart. And as you exhale, downward dog, curling your toes under, leading with your belly button. Right leg draws up towards the sky, inhaling. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Come onto your fingertips, lift your heart and look forward, inhaling. And as you exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Release the shoulders. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, circle the arms up towards the sky and look up. And as you exhale, come all the way back down again, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, lift your heart and look forward. And exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge. Knee lowers to the earth, arms go up towards the sky. As your arms reach up, see if you can really drop down into your front hip and allow your fingertips to grow out of that. Exhaling, hands down by the front foot, step back into downward dog. Inhale, ripple forward into plank pose. Reaching your heart forward and your heels back. Keep your spine long as you lower down halfway or all the way. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And as you exhale, downward dog, reach your hips up into the sky behind you. Inhale, left foot floats up into the sky. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Line your fingertips up with your front ankle. Inhale, peel your heart up, lift your back thigh. And as you exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, sweep the arms up towards the sky and look up. And exhale, forward fold, come all the way back down again. Inhale, lengthen into a flat back, offer your heart forward. And as you exhale, step your left foot back into a lunge, plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And as you exhale, stepping back into downward dog. Right leg draws up into the sky, inhale. Right foot steps forward as you exhale. Back heel lowers to the earth. Inhale, warrior one, reach your arms up towards the sky, lifting the chest. Really working towards squaring the hips here, drawing your right hip back and your left hip forward. And as you exhale, take your hands down by your front foot and step back into plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And as you exhale, downward dog, reach your hips up into the sky behind you. Left leg goes up into the sky, really rooting down through your palms as you lift that leg. And then exhale, step it forward in between your hands. Back heel lowers to the earth. And inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, warrior one. So squaring the hips again, see if you can melt the shoulders here. Lift the heart. Hands come down by the front foot, and as you exhale, step back into plank pose and lower down, chaturanga. Upward dog as you inhale, offer your heart up. Downward dog as you exhale. Right leg draws up into the sky, inhaling. Right foot steps forward in between your hands. Warrior one, back heel lowers to the earth, Arms go up towards the sky. Inhale, offer it up. And as you exhale, take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers together. If you can get your palms to touch, have your palms touch. And lift your heart and look up towards the sky. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg and fold over your front leg, reaching your arms out in front of you. Feel free to bend into your front knee if your hamstring starts singing to you. Arms up towards the sky, opening up in the shoulders. Release your hands down to the ground and bend back into your front knee. Warrior one. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. Lift the heart and look up. Palms down by the front foot. As you exhale, step back into plank pose and roll right over your toes, upward dog. Curling your toes under. As you exhale, chaturanga, lower down to the bottom part of a push-up. Inhale, plank pose, and exhaling, downward dog. Left leg draws up into the sky, inhaling. Left foot steps forward as you exhale. Warrior one, back heel lowers to the earth, arms go up towards the sky, inhale. Hands come behind you, interlace your fingers together. Shoulders draw down the back, heart lifts up, really bend into your front knee as you do this. And then as you exhale, straighten your front leg and forward fold. Draw your left thigh into your hip socket as your arms reach up towards the sky. Keep squaring your hips here. Breathe into the shoulders. If you need to, bend the elbows. Release the hands down to the earth, and as you inhale, warrior one, sweep your arms out and up. As you exhale, hands come down by the front foot, step back into plank pose, upward push-up. Roll over your toes and come into upward dog. Drop the hips and offer the heart up towards the sky. Curling your toes under. When you exhale, chaturanga. On the inhale, come back into plank pose. As you exhale, downward dog, belly button leads you back. Right leg draws up into the sky, really reach the right toes, splay them out. And as you exhale, step your foot forward in between your hands. Back heel lowers to the earth. Inhale, warrior one. Reach your arms up towards the sky, really rooting down through your back heel. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers together. Shoulders draw down the back. Inhale, offer your heart up towards the sky. And then bow down, straightening your front leg and bringing your ribs towards your front thigh. Arms up towards the sky. Release your hands down towards the earth. Right hand stays on the ground. Circle your left fingertips forward and up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. And now lean back. Tuck your tailbone towards your back heel and feel your heart lengthen out of that. Sweep your left fingertips towards the back of the room, up towards the sky, and come back into warrior one. So square your hips as you do this. Take your hands down by your front foot. Step back into plank pose. Roll over your toes, upward dog. Curling your toes under, draw the belly towards the spine as you bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, plank pose, lifting up, and as you exhale, downward dog. Left leg draws up into the sky, splay out the toes, reaching them as high up towards the sky as they can go. And now step your foot forward in between your hands, warrior one. Back heel lowers to the earth. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky and look up. Take your hands behind you. Interlace your fingers together. As you do that, root down through your back heel and allow your heart to arch up from that. And then begin to straighten your front leg, exhaling, forward fold, come all the way down. Keep rooting down through your back heel. Keep drawing your heart forward and down. Release your hands down towards the earth. Keep your left hand on the earth or place it on the shin. And now open your right hip as you reach your right arm up towards the sky, triangle pose. Draw the belly towards the spine and feel yourself really twist from the rib area and not the shoulders. Circle your right fingertips towards the back of the room, down towards the earth, and as you do that, square your hips and reach your arms up towards the sky, warrior one. Hands down by the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Rolling over your toes, upward dog, offer your heart up towards the sky, really pushing the toes into the earth, activating the legs, curling the toes under, chaturanga, bend the elbows. Plank pose as you inhale, lift your heart. Downward dog as you exhale. Right leg draws up into the sky, inhale. Stepping it forward. Viramadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Back heel lowers to the earth, arms go up towards the sky. Hands come behind you. Interlace the fingers together. Shoulders draw down the back, lift the heart and look up. Straighten your front leg and fold. Release your hands down to the earth. Right hand stays on the earth, left fingertips circle forward and up, triangle pose, leaning back. Circle your left fingertips towards the back of the room, down towards the earth, and as you do that, bend into your front knee. Right hand stays to the outside of the right foot, left arm goes up towards the sky. Circle your left fingertips towards the back of the room and then down towards the earth and all the way up towards the sky, coming back into Warrior 1, squaring your hips forward. Palms down by the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Roll over your toes. Drop your hips. Keep your legs active as you reach your heart up towards the sky, splaying your fingers out wide. Chaturanga, grip the mat with your finger pads. Plank pose, lifting back up. Downward dog, stepping back. Left leg draws up into the sky as you inhale. Stepping it forward, Viramadrasana 1, Warrior 1, other side. Back heel lowers to the earth. Sweep the arms up towards the sky and look up. Hands come behind you, interlace your fingers together. Shoulders draw down the back. Straighten your front leg and fold. Release the hands to the ground, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Left hand stays on the earth, right fingertips circle out and up. As that begins to happen, roll your heart open. See if you can draw both your shoulder blades onto your back so your heart opens up. And now circle your right fingertips towards the back of the room, down towards the earth, extended side angle, bending into your front knee. Reach your right fingertips towards the front of the room. It's more comfortable to place the left hand on the inside of the foot. Feel free to go for it. You're going to circle your right fingertips again towards the back of the room, down towards the earth. Now square your hips as you reach your arms up towards the sky, back into Warrior 1. Palms down by the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Rolling over your toes. Upward dog, lift your heart. Curling your toes under, Chaturanga, bend your elbows and draw your heart down. Inhale, plank pose, lifting up, and as you exhale, downward dog, stepping back. Right leg draws up into the sky as you inhale. Right foot steps forward as you exhale. Back heel lowers to the earth, Warrior 1. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky and look up. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers together. Shrug your shoulders down your back, lift your heart, look up. Straighten your front leg and fold over your front knee. Arms out in front of you, and then slowly release your hands down to the earth, right fingertips down to the ground, left arm goes up towards the sky, triangle pose, Trikonasana. Lean back. Circle your left fingertips towards the back of the room, down towards the earth, bending into your front knee. Take your left fingertips out and up, extended side angle. Circle your left fingertips towards the back of the room, walk your hands towards your left heel, bend your knees and drop your hips behind your left heel. Flex through your right heel, reach your toes up towards the sky, and now open your arms, left arm down, right arm up. Walk your fingertips back towards your right foot. Back heel lowers to the earth and inhale, Warrior 1, arms up towards the sky. Hands down by the front foot. Step back into plank pose. Roll over your toes, upward dog, really using your toes here, push them into the earth as your heart lifts up. Curling your toes under, Chaturanga, bend your elbows, keep your thighs lifted. Plank pose, use your core to take you back into downward dog. Left leg draws up into the sky behind you, three-legged dog. Step your left foot forward in between your hands, Warrior 1. Back heel lowers to the earth, arms go up towards the sky, inhaling. Hands come behind you, interlace your fingers together. Shoulders draw down the back as the heart reaches up towards the sky. Look up. And as you exhale, straighten your front leg. Lead with your heart as you come down. Release your hands towards the earth. Trikonasana triangle pose, sweeping your right fingertips forward and up, giving you space to open your chest here. Lean back. Circle your right fingertips towards the back of the room, down towards the earth. Bend into your front knee, extended side angle. Reach your right fingertips towards the front of the room. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to reach your right arm up towards the sky. Now sweep your right fingertips towards the back of the room. Walk your fingertips towards your right heel and drop your hips behind your right heel. Right arm stays down, left arm goes up towards the sky. Lean back. Nice deep flex happening through your left foot here. Fingertips come back down to the earth. Walk your hands over towards your left foot. Lower your back heel to the ground and reach up into Warrior One. Palms down by the front foot. As you exhale, step back into plank pose. Roll over your toes, and on the inhale, upward dog, lift the heart. Curling the toes under, chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale into plank pose, and exhale, downward dog. Right leg draws up into the sky behind you as you inhale. Right foot steps forward. Back knee lowers to the earth. Arms go up towards the sky, low lunge. Hands come down. Take your left elbow underneath your right one, eagle arms. Lift your elbows up towards the sky. Move the hands away from the face. Tuck the tailbone and hug the belly towards the spine, and now lean back. As you lean back, bend deeper into your front knee. Not only allowing the hips to drop down, but the heart to lift up. Unravel the arms and inhale, sweep them back up towards the sky, low lunge. And as you exhale, take your hands down by your front foot and step into seated spinal twist. Take your left knee to the outside of your right foot. Lower your sit bones to the ground. Right arm stays on the earth behind the right hip. Left arm goes up towards the sky, and as you exhale, twist towards the right. So bring your left elbow to the outside of the right knee and gaze over the right shoulder. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, revolve. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale, revolve. Come back to center and give yourself a nice little counter twist in the other direction. Come back to center, extend your legs out in front of you. And then bend your knees and place your feet onto the ground. Take your hands underneath your knees and begin to lift your toes off the ground so your calves come parallel to the earth. Lengthen the spine, draw the belly towards the spine, and lift the heart up towards the sky. Allow your whole body to soften here while your core stays engaged. Fingertips come back down. Toes come down to the earth. Walk your hands out behind you. Lift your hips off the ground. As you come into tabletop, check that your wrists and your shoulders are aligned here. Knees and ankles are aligned. Lift your hips as high as they can go and release your head back. Cross your ankles over. Take your arms out in front of you and step back into plank pose. Lower down into chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog. Take your left foot to the outside of your right knee, rock star. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Take your left fingertips out in front of you and, if you'd like, down towards the earth. Offer the heart and the hips as high up towards the sky as they can go. Place your left palm onto the earth and step back into plank pose. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Left leg draws up into the sky. Inhale. Left foot steps forward in between your hands. Back knee lowers to the earth. Arms go up towards the sky. Inhaling. As you exhale, arms out towards the sides. Take your right elbow underneath your left one. Eagle arms. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Draw the belly towards the spine. Gaze upwards. Move the hands away from the face. Feel the hips get heavy here, rooting down into the earth as your heart grows up towards the sky. As you exhale, unravel your arms. As you inhale, circle them back up towards the sky and look up. Hands come down by the front foot. Curl the back toe under, take the back knee off the ground, and you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your left knee, seated spinal twist. So sit bones come down to the earth, and you're going to take your left hand behind you and your right arm up towards the sky. Feel free to sit on something if your sit bones do not touch the earth. As you exhale, take your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and begin to twist, gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, revolve. Inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, revolve. Keep drawing the heart up towards the sky. Slowly take a counter twist in the other direction. Come back to center. Shift the weight back, extend the legs out in front of you, and then again bend the knees, place the feet onto the earth. Take your hands underneath your knees. Lift your toes off the earth. Allow your calves to come parallel to the ground. Shrug your shoulders back and take your arms by your sides. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to keep your hands underneath the knees. If that gives you more space to extend, go for it. Find the breath. Feet come back down to the ground, tabletop. Slide your hands out behind you, about 6 inches, fingers face in towards you, and then lift the hips off the ground. Again, ankles and knees should be aligned, wrists and shoulders aligned. Release the head back and lift the hips as high as they can go up towards the sky. Hips come back down to the earth. Cross your ankles over. Take your arms out in front of you and step back into plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. Begin to bend your right knee, place your right foot to the outside of your left thigh, and then lift your hips up towards the sky. Reach your right fingertips up with it. Right fingers can reach up towards the sky, out in front of you, or down towards the earth. Right hand comes back down to the earth. Step back into downward dog. Draw the shoulders up the back. Inhale, float the right leg up into the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Inhale, sweep your arms up towards the sky and look up. As you exhale, take your arms out. Take your left elbow underneath your right one, eagle arms, and lift the elbows up towards the sky. Feel free to lower the back knee to the ground if you have trouble balancing here. Hug the belly towards the spine, and now find your back bend. So begin to lift your heart up towards the sky and maybe gaze towards the back of the room. Fingertips can go with you. Keep rooting down through your back heel here, and now begin to look forward. Shift the weight forward, and you're going to cross your left leg over your right one, coming into full eagle pose. So as you come into it, bend deeply into your right knee. Left toes can float, they can touch the earth, or they can hook themselves around the right calf. Move the hands away from the face. Slowly step your left foot back into a lunge, and circle your arms up towards the sky. Inhale and look up. Exhaling, hands down by the front foot. Seated spinal twist, take your left knee to the outside of the right foot and come back down to sit. Right arm up towards the sky, left arm up. As you exhale, take the twist towards the right. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, revolve. Inhaling, lift. And exhaling, twist. Keep the sit bones rooting down and allow your spine to grow out of that. On your next exhale, take a nice counter twist in the other direction. Come back to center. Place both feet onto the earth. Take your hands underneath your knees, shrugging your shoulders back, lift your toes off the ground. Again, calves come parallel to the earth, arms by the sides. So we'll take it a little bit deeper this time, drawing the belly in towards the spine. Lift the heart. Bring your hands over your heart, palms on the heart. As you exhale, extend your legs out, extend your heart out. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, extend. Inhaling, come back up. And exhale, lengthen. Inhaling. Open your arms. As you exhale, take your feet to the earth. Take your hands out behind you. This time, let's straighten the legs. We'll come into inclined plane. So point your toes, lift your hips up towards the sky, release your head. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to bend your knees and place your feet onto the ground, coming back into tabletop. As you exhale, release your hips to the ground. Cross your ankles over and take your arms out in front of you. Step back into plank pose. Take a deep breath in plank, and as you exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog, offer your heart up towards the sky, look up. Left foot to the outside of the right knee, rock star. Lift the left arm up towards the sky. If you'd like to, take your left fingertips down towards the earth. Place your left palm onto the ground and step back into plank pose. And as you exhale, downward dog. Left leg goes up into the sky, inhaling. Left foot steps forward as you exhale. Draw the arms up towards the sky, high lunge, lifting the chest and looking up. And as you exhale, take your arms out to the sides and then sweep your right elbow underneath your left one, eagle arms. Tuck the tailbone here, draw the belly towards the spine. This will protect your lower back as you begin to arch the upper spine, finding your own back bend. So again, we keep the lower back as neutral as we can as we lift the heart up towards the sky, maybe even release your head gazing towards the back of the room. Please listen to your own lower back for this. You should feel a wonderful opening in your heart and not any compression in the lower back. Slowly begin to look forward. We're going to shift the weight forward. You're going to lift your right foot off the ground and cross your right leg over your left one, coming into full eagle. Again, toes can float, they can touch the earth, or they can hook themselves around. Elbows drop towards the sky, belly hugs in towards the spine. Find length. Unravel. You're going to step your right foot back into a lunge. You'll release your arms, and on the inhale, circle the arms up towards the sky and look up. Hands come down by the front foot. You're going to shift the weight forward into seated spinal twist, so right knee to the outside of the left foot. Sit bones come down to the ground. Left arm down as the right arm goes up towards the sky, and as you exhale, begin to twist towards the left. Sit bones root down, heart lengthens out of that, and allow yourself to twist from the middle of the spine, so from the belly button area. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, revolve. Come back to center. Give yourself a nice little counter twist in the other direction. Coming back to center, we'll come back into Navasana, into boat pose, so extend your legs out in front of you, bend your knees and place your feet on the ground. Take your hands underneath your knees and allow your calves to come parallel to the earth. Shoulders draw down the back, heart lifts up, arms by the sides. The focus here is really to lengthen the lower back, so keep drawing the belly towards the spine and the heart up. Place your palms on top of your heart, and as you exhale, begin to lengthen your heart and your legs. Inhale, lift up, bringing the knees closer towards you, and as you exhale, take the knees away. Inhaling, lift up, and exhaling, lengthen. Inhaling. Feet come down to the earth, palms come out behind you. Again, we'll take inclined plane. Feel free to take tabletop if that gives you more space in the shoulders. Point through your toes and lift your hips up towards the sky. Release your head. Deepen your breath. Feel your legs engage here as your hips reach up a little bit higher, and then slowly release your hips down to the earth. Cross your ankles over, take your arms out in front of you, and step back into plank pose. Take a deep breath in plank and exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, place it to the outside of your left thigh, and then lift your hips as high as they can go. Right fingertips up towards the sky or out in front of you or down towards the earth. Rock star. Right palm comes down to the earth, step back into plank pose, take a deep breath in plank, and as you exhale, downward dog, reach your hips up into the sky behind you. Deepen the breath. Feel the shoulders relax onto the back. Feel your heels reach down towards the earth. Lower your knees to the ground. Curl your toes under and sit back on your heels. Come stand up on your knees. Check that your knees and your hips are aligned here. We'll take camel pose. Bring the hands to the hips, tuck the tailbone down. You'll feel your pubic bone lift, and this will lengthen your lower back as we come into this pose. Fingertips facing up or down here. Hug your elbows in towards the spine and lift your heart. Gaze up towards the sky and see how this feels on the lower back. If you'd like to go deeper, begin to gaze towards the back wall. This feels okay, then bring your hands to your heels. You want to keep your hips over your knees. You want to keep the compression out of the lower back, so keep drawing the belly towards the spine. Keep lifting up through the heart. To protect the heart, bring the shoulder blades as close in towards each other as you can behind you, so keep bringing the elbows closer in. Slowly begin to lift up. You're going to release your toes, sit back on your heels. And this is when we'll neutralize the spine. So stay as you are and just close your eyes. If it's uncomfortable to sit on your heels, feel free to sit on a block. Observe. What am I feeling in my spine? Let's take camel again. Curling the toes under, come back onto your knees. Tuck your tailbone down, pubic bone lifts. Bring your palms to your lower back, fingers face up or down. Hug the elbows in towards each other. That opens up the heart center, and now lift the heart up towards the sky. Feel the quadriceps, feel the front of the thighs move forward as the heart lifts up. If this feels okay, maybe gaze towards the back of the room. If you want to come deeper into this pose, release the toes to the earth and bring your hands to your heels. Feel free to keep your toes curled under. Again, hips stay over knees, heart lifts up towards the sky. If you feel any compression in your lower back, always feel free to come out of the pose and rest. Coming back up. Slowly sitting back on the heels, allowing the spine to neutralize. By sitting back and allowing the spine to neutralize, we take in the benefits of the back bends. So enjoy them. One more time. Come stand up on your knees, take your hands behind you. Fingertips face up or down. Draw the elbows in. Ideally, you shouldn't be able to see your elbows. Shoulders draw in. Heart lifts up. Begin to gaze towards the back of the room. Toes curled under or not, that is your choice. Bring your hands to your heels. Feel free to keep your hands on your lower back, especially if that gives you more space in the lower back. Go for it. If you want to come deeper into the pose, walk your hands to the backs of your knees and allow the crown of the head to get even heavier, opening up in the upper spine. So all back bends should actually be an opening in the upper spine. The lower back stays as neutral as possible, and that will protect you in the long run. Slowly coming all the way back up. Sit on your heels. Close your eyes and breathe. Come onto your hands and your knees, and then place your feet onto the ground as wide as the mat, yogic squat. Interlace your fingers together and place them behind your head. Bring your chin in towards the chest and round the spine. If this is uncomfortable in the knees, feel free to sit on a block. Allow your head to get really nice and heavy here, hugging the elbows in towards each other, and just releasing in your lower back. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Release, take your arms out in front of you, and step back into downward dog. Inhale, float your right foot up into the sky behind you. And as you exhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. Bring the right knee in towards the chest. Take your right knee out towards the right and then up towards the sky. In towards you, out towards the right, and up towards the sky. in towards you, out towards the right, up towards the sky. Think of drawing circles with your right knee. Again, we'll bring it in towards us, out towards the right, and up towards the sky. Slowly bring your right knee in towards the chest, and actually bring your right knee behind your right wrist, and walk your left toes out behind you, pigeon pose. Walk your hands by your hips. Lift your heart up towards the sky. We'll take 3 undulations. As you exhale, bring your heart down towards the earth. Chin in towards the chest, slowly rounding back up the spine. Offer the heart up towards the sky and look up. And as you exhale, coming down, so belly button, heart, and then forehead comes down to the earth. Rounding up the spine, chin in towards the chest, rolling up. Heart and chin are the last things to gaze up. And as you exhale, bring your heart down to the earth, walk your arms out in front of you, and fold here. You should feel some beautiful sensation. This is a wonderful hip opener. You may also feel it in your back quadricep. Can you surrender to the earth? Allow yourself to get heavy, and you'll notice that when you do that, your hips will begin to blossom open. Return to your breath. Observe where your thoughts go. See if you can anchor them back into this moment through your breath. Walk your palms back up. Curl your back toe under. Bring your right foot forward in between your hands. Walk your right foot all the way over to the left side of your mat, and walk your left hand to the outside of the right foot and begin to straighten your front leg. Step your back foot in as much as you need to. You may want to put a block underneath your hands here. So this is an IT band stretch. IT band starts in the outer right hip, goes down the outer right thigh, and inserts into the knee. You may also feel it in your hamstring. If you want to go deeper into the pose, keep drawing your right hip back even more. That should take it deeper into the IT band. Walk your fingertips back, bend into your right knee, and walk your right foot in between your hands, and step back into downward dog. We'll take the hip mandalas on the left side now. Left leg goes up towards the sky. Bring your left knee in towards the chest, out towards the left, and up towards the sky. In towards you, out towards the left, and up towards the sky. So again, think of drawing a circle with your left knee. So finding your own rhythm for this, and then bringing your left knee behind your left wrist. Right toes walk as far away from you as they can go. The further forward your left foot is towards the front of the mat, the deeper this goes into the hip, so modify accordingly for your body. As you inhale, arch the spine and look up towards the sky, and then as you exhale, come on down. 2 more undulations like this, chin in towards the chest, inhale, rolling all the way up to sit. Offer your heart up towards the sky, and then exhale, bow down. One more time, inhaling, offer the heart up. And exhaling, walk the palms out in front of you and come all the way down. Forehead comes towards the earth. There should be no pain or discomfort in your knees in this pose. Again, this is a wonderful hip opener. So soften into it. The more passive poses, our mind tends to wander, so observe if that happens for you and come back into your body. And you do that by deepening your breath. Your breath is the anchor for this moment. Walk your palms back up. Curl your back toe under. Take your back knee off the ground and step your left foot in between your hands. We'll take that IT band stretch now on the left side, so walk your left foot over towards the right side of your mat. Right hand to the outside of the left foot, straighten both your legs. Step your back foot in as much as you need to. You may want to put blocks underneath your hands for this. And now draw your left hip back and your right hip forward. You're walking your torso over towards the left as you stretch out the outside of the left thigh. Keep pushing down through your back heel. Again, a minimal amount of work here. Just breathe into what is. Walk your fingertips back. Walk your left foot in between your hands and step forward. Bending your knees, bring your hips down to the earth and extend your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee and place your right heel by your right sit bone, taking your right knee out towards the right. Left forearm comes to the inside of the left thigh. Right arm goes up towards the sky. Inhale, lift. And as you exhale, take your right fingertips over towards the left side. So it's unimportant about trying to get the fingertips to touch the foot. What we're trying to find here is a side stretch. So root down through your right hip and lift out of your right fingertips. Find this beautiful stretch by drawing the right ribs out towards the right, fingertips towards the left. Slowly come back up. We'll take it on the other side. Take your right leg out towards the right. Bend your left knee and bring your left heel beside you so your left shin is beside you. Now if you want to go deeper into this pose, you can lift your hips up and take your right arm underneath you and grab a hold of your left ankle. Left arm goes up towards the sky, and then take your left fingertips towards your right foot. Feel free to keep your right forearm on the inside of the right shin if that gives you more space to breathe. And again, find this amazing side stretch. Feel the ribs reach towards the left as your fingertips reach towards your right foot. Gaze is up towards the sky, lean back, offer your heart up. Slowly come back up to sit. Extend the legs back out in front of you. Bring your soles feet together and your knees out to the sides. Place your palms on top of your thighs and gently press your thighs down. Breathe into your inner groins. Be very gentle in this pose. Listen to your body. Our body is our greatest teacher. Slide the hands out in front of you and bring your forehead down towards the earth. Return to the breath. Stay anchored in this moment. Feel your knees begin to surrender. Slowly walk your palms back up. Half hero pose on the left side. Bend your left knee, bring your left shin beside your left thigh, toes facing towards the back of the room. If your left sit bone does not come to the ground here, you can put a block underneath your sit bones and that should level you out. What we're trying to stretch out here is quadricep toe ankle area. So if you feel it in the knees, sit up higher. Now you can either sit upright or you can begin to recline and place your forearms onto the ground. Keep rooting down through your left hip and your left knee. Feel the quadricep begin to open. If you would like to go deeper, you can lie on your back. If you do lie on your back, I'd like you to lift your sit bones up and tuck your tailbone towards your left heel. And what that'll do is take out some of the arch out of the lower back so the lower back doesn't get as compressed. Where do you feel it? Is it the quadricep? Is it the toe? Is it the ankle? Wherever it is, soften. Walk your palms back up. Come on up to sit. Extend your right leg out in front of you and bring your left sole of foot to the inside of the right thigh. Feel free to keep your left foot in half hero if you'd like. Arms go up towards the sky, look up, and as you exhale, fold. Nice flex happening through your right heel. Splay out your toes so the leg stays active as you bring your heart down towards your front thigh. Again, if the hamstring starts singing, bend into the knees softly. Feel the sit bones reach out behind you as the heart reaches out in front of you. So not only are we stretching out the hamstring, but we're actually stretching out the lower back. So be aware of what is happening in your lower back. Slowly coming up to sit. Bend your right knee now. We'll take half hero on the right side. So right shin comes beside you. Roll the right calf out towards the side. Top of the foot on the ground. Hands on the knees. Put as much padding as you need underneath your sit bones. Feel free to stay upright. And just observe. If you'd like to go deeper into this, place your forearms on the ground out behind you. Keep drawing the right knee and the sit bone down. Feel the quadricep, the front of the right leg, stretch. Stay focused. Maybe even close the eyes. If you'd like to go deeper into the pose, you can recline onto your back. As you do so, again, I'd like you to lift your sit bones up, tuck your tailbone towards your front knee so that the arch in the lower back becomes less. Again, stay with the sensation. Watch it change as you observe it. Slowly come back up to sit. Extend your left leg out in front of you. So again, you can keep your right foot as it is, or you can bring the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Arms drop towards the sky as you inhale, and as you exhale, forward fold, come on down. Nice deep flex happening through your left heel, splaying out your toes. Feel your sit bones draw up behind you, your heart reach out in front of you. Let go of any judgment you might be feeling towards your body. Instead, breathe into what is. Relax in the shoulders. Relax in the heart. Walk the palms back up. Extend your right leg out in front of you. And roll down onto your back. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Take the arms out into a T shape. Extend your right leg on the ground out in front of you and take your left knee over towards your right arm. If this is ever uncomfortable in the lower back or shoulder, just bend your right knee and place it underneath your left one. Gaze is over the left shoulder. See if you can really draw the left shoulder blade onto the ground. This should feel amazing, so if it doesn't, move around where it does. If you'd like to go deeper into this pose, grab a hold of the outer blade of the left foot with the right hand and explore extending your left leg out towards the right. You can also use a strap here, strapping your left foot if you'd like and holding onto the strap with your right hand. Work towards externally rotating your left thigh here, and if you want to go deeper into it, begin to bend your right knee and bring your right heel in towards you. Grab a hold of the right foot with the left hand. Keep drawing the left shoulder down towards the earth. You'll not only get a quadricep stretch, an IT band stretch, hamstring, shoulder, and lower back. Slowly begin to release your right foot here. Release your left leg. Come back to center. And switch sides. So left leg goes out in front of you, right knee in towards you. On your exhale, begin to twist towards the left. So bring your right knee over towards the left. Gaze is over your right shoulder. really working towards drawing that shoulder blade down to the ground. If the shoulder blade does not come down to the earth, or you feel any tweaks in your lower back or shoulder, just bend your left knee and place it underneath your right one. If you'd like to come deeper, begin to bend your right knee and grab a hold of your right outer foot with your left hand, and then extend the right leg back out towards the left. As you do this, keep rolling your right thigh out. As you do this, externally rotate your right thigh. Begin to bend your left knee, bring your left heel in towards you, grab a hold of your left foot with your right hand. It's a little bit harder here, but work towards drawing that right shoulder onto the ground. So pushing your left foot into your right hand, find a little bit of resistance here, and that'll engage and stretch the quadricep a little bit more. So as I said before, we are stretching lower back, IT band, quadricep, hamstring, shoulder. Come back to center. Hug both knees in towards the chest. Wrap your arms around yourself. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose. Extend the legs out in front of you. Splay your feet out nice and wide. Allow your palms to face up. Close your eyes and surrender. Know that the earth is here and she's supporting you. You have nowhere to go and nothing to do.